Hello, hello. How's it going, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Are you ready to do some math? I know, not very exciting, right? But this is so exciting because we have seen so much water so far for the year. I'm going to compare 2020 to 2021. For the entire year last year, we saw about 8 3/4 of rain, snow, precip, all of it. Not terrible, but so far this year, up until today, May 19th, almost 8.5 inches of water and snow have come through. Simply incredible. We're just about 1/4 inch shy of our entire total from 2020. So things are looking up. We're certainly looking at some improvements in the drought monitor. I know it has been a cloudy and gray and soggy past couple of days, really past couple of months, but all of this extremely beneficial for our snowpack numbers, for our water supply, all of it good news. And once again this afternoon, I will be tracking a few thunderstorms. I'm going to show you 2 different cameras because this is kind of interesting. This one looking out to the west. Of course, you get that great view of downtown Denver, but off to the foothills, the mountains, you can kind of see those dark, stormy skies as the thunderstorms have already started up there around the Continental Divide. We pivot the camera, look off to the east. There's a little bit more sunshine, some blue skies, just a beautiful afternoon. Again, maybe 1 or 2 of those gusty thunderstorms up into the high country making their way into the city. Otherwise, it looks like a really nice afternoon. A bit more sunshine and some warmer temperatures too. We're at 67 downtown, low 70s in Littleton with 60s around Conifer, up toward Blackhawk, 58 in Netherland. But again, out at the airport, humidity around 45%. The wind's fairly light, about 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the east. Daytime highs will warm up into the lower 70s here for the metro area, the eastern plains, with primarily some 60s and 70s up into the mountains. Really, our attention now shifts off toward Texas. They have been dealing with severe storms, some flash flooding out there, really for the past couple of days or so. And unfortunately, the rain just continues all the way south from about Corpus Christi up to Houston, Dallas. They're all under a flash flood watch through late tonight as they anticipate even more wet weather coming through, and of course the potential for seeing a bit more flooding out there. We do have a flash flood watch going for south central Colorado, the Sangre de Cristos, the wet mountains through the wet valley. That's going to last till about 9 o'clock, just really for the burn scars out there. With these slow moving thunderstorms, we could get a lot of water pushing down there. Otherwise, as we zoom into the metro area, you can still see we're dry across the I-25 corridor. We look out to the west toward the Continental Divide, and there you go. A little bit of light snowfall along those higher peaks with some scattered thunderstorms, just a bit lower in elevation, possibly even a little bit of lightning coming through. Again, 1 or 2 of those isolated storms making their way into the metro area. Otherwise, we'll go partly cloudy tonight and temps falling to the upper 40s here in the metro area, some 50s across the eastern side of the state, 30s and 40s up into the high country. And that here's the Futurecast. I'm going to kick this off around 2 o'clock. So within about the next hour and a half, you can see most of the moisture is up into the mountains and to the foothills. Maybe 1 or 2 isolated storms about 4 or 5 o'clock here around the Denver metro area. They'll give us some gusty winds, a couple of light little rain showers, and then they are out of here. They book it. Eastern Colorado pretty much staying dry for us. This is about 10 o'clock tonight. Still remain a bit unsettled around Jackson County overnight. And then tomorrow morning, a dry beginning to the day. But once again, we're kind of in this springtime pattern. The thunderstorms are going to be back with us about 4 or 5 o'clock. They're cruising up into the foothills, possibly 1 or 2 around the metro area. Once they encounter some more moist, unstable air around I-76, I-80, that's where we could see a couple of those turn severe later tomorrow afternoon. Storm Prediction Center right now just has that slight risk going around I-80 toward Fort Morgan along I-76. The Denver area not even included in the threat for seeing anything severe tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, enjoy the sunshine while it's here. Certainly will be a warmer day for us tomorrow with highs topping the lower 80s. So feeling good out there. I know everyone kind of itching to get back into the garden, and I think you're good to go. It really doesn't look like we're going to have any more freezes, any more crazy snow events as we are kind of winding down the month of May. Low 80s in Littleton tomorrow afternoon, some upper 70s around Golden through Boulder, Estes Park at 67, and then here's that 7-day forecast for you. As we look ahead toward the weekend, the chances for seeing these storms certainly increases. I would say Saturday more so than Sunday. Looks to be a bit more widespread right now. Just kind of in the afternoon, not necessarily like what we saw the past couple of days, which is kind of like the gray nonstop and the off and on showers. This looks to be more so just in the afternoon and into the early evening on Saturday. They'll be a bit more isolated for us on Sunday, but you will notice these temperatures are looking good and finally kind of evening out a bit, I guess we could say, after just the cool temperatures. Whoa. That we have seen the past couple of days. Okay, I am hopping on Facebook. Does anyone have any questions for me about the forecast? Hi, Seth. How's it going? Danette saying, save our mountain streams and rivers. Yes, absolutely. We just really need to get as much water in here as we can. I'll kind of break it down by month too, so you can get a good idea of what we've seen thus far for the month of May, where it compares to average. We're still slightly above that average. Usually by the end of the month of May, we get about 2 inches or so. So we're well on our way. Just need some nice thunderstorms to really drop some decent water for us. And then as a year, I know I kind of showed you that compare and contrast of 2020 to 2021. This is just 2021, kind of where we're at, about 8.5 inches. And what's average up until May 19th is a little over 4.5 inches. So we are doing quite well in the water department. So that certainly is nice to see all of this moisture kind of paying off. And you know, we see the drought monitor, the latest data every Thursday. So if you join me tomorrow on Facebook, we will take a look at the most recent numbers that have come through with the latest storm. And certainly I am sure we will see even more improvements. You know, last week was a big one. No more drought here in Denver, and then just up to the north and to the northeast. So that's been phenomenal to see. Hi, Nick. Okay. Yep. Drenched with rain on your way in Westminster. Oh, yes. On Monday for the Avs game. But you won, so it was worth it. Yes, absolutely. So cool to see them get a win. Danette saying, no hail. I feel ya. I know. It's kind of like the game we have to play, though, with these springtime thunderstorms and our beautiful gardens, but totally worth it. Okay, Mitchell, wondering about the weather for the Rockies game on Saturday. Sounds like someone has some tickets around 1 o'clock. You know, I think the clouds certainly will be coming in. You might have to dodge a few thunderstorms in the later innings, but fingers crossed you can make it through the whole game without, you know, lightning delay or any of that. Hello, Tom. Tom in Highlands Ranch. Great to have you. Golfing. Oh, man, I bet a bunch of people are going to be golfing this weekend. Early on Saturday morning. Nice. You already got a tee time. 6:30, bright and early. I think you're going to be good to go. You probably won't have to deal with much as far as rain, thunderstorms. So pretty comfortable temperatures too. I'd say probably upper 50s, low 60s that early. And then with some early morning sunshine, the temperature should warm up fairly fast, but it does look like we'll stay dry at least till Saturday afternoon and evening. Dominic, I heard there could be possible tornadoes and hail in northeast Colorado. Is that true? What do you know? Fort Morgan and Sterling. So the outlook for today for severe weather pretty much is outside of Colorado's borders. Right now we just have a chance for some general thunderstorms, nothing severe, which is nice to see. You see that area in green? That's going to be a marginal threat, and that is just outside of Colorado into Kansas and then the panhandles of Texas and through Oklahoma. Now tomorrow is a different story, which perhaps is what you have heard. This is our outlook for the possibility for seeing some severe storms. Certainly the brighter the color, the better shot at seeing, yes, unfortunately, the large hail, about 1 inch, 2 inches or so in diameter, possibly some isolated tornadoes. So that's going to be the threat tomorrow. Certainly Sterling will be included in that, just that marginal risk around Fort Morgan. And, you know, this is the forecast for tomorrow. Check back early tomorrow morning as we will get an update on kind of these polygons, if they shift a little bit. I know earlier this week it was more so like eastern Colorado. Now the threat kind of has moved a bit up into Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, northeast Colorado. So just check back in tomorrow, but certainly there is a potential for seeing some severe cells tomorrow late afternoon and into the evening in that bullseye. Okay, good, Nick. Glad that you enjoyed my math. Good math, right? When we're talking about just these great numbers that we have as far as rainfall goes, it's really awesome to see. Even though I know we all kind of were like, do we live in Seattle? What is going on around here? Today, hopefully you woke up to that bright sunshine and we're like, okay. We're back in Denver again. Anyways, another glance at the 7-day forecast. Doesn't look like anyone has any more questions. So I'm going to let you go. Enjoy your lunch. Perhaps do it outside. It's going to be a just nice afternoon, at least here in the city with those storms up in the mountains. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have a good one.